I'm assuming that I'm going to carry this particular...
you don't assume, but you are.
Okay, do you guys know what amateur is?
Yes.
For athletics.
Oh, no.
Yes, the ones that play in college.
When you play in college or the Olympics, before amateur meant you don't get paid.
Yeah. Okay.
But there's so much money involved in things like college athletics that we need to talk about it today on The Big Deal! Okay, so here's what's going down. Right now there's a debate happening in sports because there are three particular college sports that make kabillions of dollars.
Right.
Not really kabillions, millions to the millions. Football, NCAA football, makes almost as much money as most professional leagues. And
basketball,
then
no?
men's basketball and also women's basketball. There's some programs that because they're on ESPN, they actually make a lot of money. Not all of these athletes that play on these teams are going to become professionals, or they're not going to become professionals, or they're going to really make a lot of money. So, and a lot of people say, like the NCAA, they say, well, we're giving them a college scholarship. Fine, that might be worth a lot, in the long run, and it might be worth, whatever, $50,000, $100,000. But should these college athletes that are playing for these college teams that get huge contracts from ESPN and broadcast sports and all that stuff, networks and things like that, should they get a piece of the action? Because there's other sports like tennis and golf where you can start playing pro at 16 years old, and they're saying that when between 18 and 21 year olds, because you play football for Notre Dame, that you only going to get the scholarship. And should you take should you take a meal from someone, it can damage your scholarship and,
Wait, take a meal?
Yeah, if you
can't accept anything for free from someone else. Basically, yeah.
So now the college athletes are saying we need more than just a little stipend. Like there's people that are buying our jerseys and we don't get $1
What?
from them. Yeah.
I think the problem in my mind, I'm fully for paying athletes at that level. My issue is I didn't know how to handle that kind of money at that age, and I feel like a lot of people don't either.
Okay.
So I would say my solution would be, yes, they get the money, but not till they're 25.
Put it in a trust.
Put it in a trust.
I'm down with that.
And just like,
because
then there's no argument. I mean, these kids aren't going to waste it. And even NFL, NBA, a lot of people go bankrupt because they don't know how to manage their finances. It doesn't mean that you're older necessarily that you know how to do it. It's just that that's such a young age.
Yeah.
Yeah, and exactly. And plus, you have like access to all this money that can get you into like a very bad path.
Very bad.
Of like drugs or alcohol and whatnot.
Or even just buying too many clothes.
Exactly, which would make them not perform very well on the field. And then it'll be counterproductive.
Right.
So, sorry, I do agree with them that they should get a piece of the cake. I do think a good solution would be a trust fund or something. Maybe not getting like super millions or whatever, because people that really want to do it professionally, from college, then they jump to the big leagues.
Some of them might not. I think that the argument is this, that, for instance, like Notre Dame football makes, they have a contract with NBC that makes them hundreds of millions of dollars, and the people that we're all watching the kids play. Right. Those kids don't make $1 over their scholarship, and there's all these rules and regulations that restrict them from even accepting a gift or whatever. And they're watching jerseys with their numbers being sold, and the people are wearing the jersey with their number because they're because of the kid on the field. So because this money's being generated, they just feel that they're being used. I mean, there's even like some black activists calling this like halfway slave, and then people are like, oh, but the education you're getting, okay, that's fine, but a lot of them don't. Let me put it this way.
You're trying to say that a lot of them aren't really excelling in the academic world.
They don't really care about, they should care about the education, but if their goal is to be a professional athlete, but they can't really make it to the pros, but they can make it to the college level, contribute to the college making a lot of money, should they have all these restrictions around them?
Yes.
Well, not only that,
they shouldn't have restrictions.
They should bend the rules a little bit and be a little flexible or more flexible with maybe arrange them or rearrange them.
There's also young professional athletes that play tennis that at 16, 17 years old are making a lot of money, golfers.
But are they part of an academic environment while they're playing this?
No. And now the Olympics, they don't even call the Olympics amateur anymore because a lot of Olympians are making a lot of money and they're asking for it.
Also like, being sponsored or whatnot for different brands, right?
Well, actually the U.S. Olympic Committee, depending on the sport, they're actually paying some of these athletes out.
There should be, so I have an idea. There should be a trust for them to get it, not when they're 25, maybe when they're 30. So this 25. Is money that maybe this is money you're getting eventually,
right.
And then you don't get it until you graduate. Okay. And that way you kind of force them to finish whatever it is they're studying.
Well, here's the conspiracy theory.
And then you make them actually go seek a job or whatever until they get.
Keep in mind that in places like Latin America and Europe, soccer players are turning professional at 14, 15 years old, becoming with a club team. And then the conspiracy theory is this: the NFL and the NBA, because remember the two biggest money makers in college are football and basketball. The NFL and the NBA and the WNBA, they don't have farm systems. You know what a farm system? Minor leagues.
Oh,
Baseball
like-
does, and that's
Yeah.
why baseball players turn pro really early in
Or
college
soccer
baseball.
does
where
too.
they
Well, at least in
nurture
Mexico.
them
So
and
they
train
have
them.
an agreement with the NCAA that says if you play not other sports, if you play football, you cannot go into the NFL draft until after 3 years that you've been in college. In basketball, it's 1. The conspiracy theory is that the professional leagues would rather not have to pay for a bunch of minor leagues. They allow the college athletics to develop their players for free.
That makes
There's
sense.
a bit of a mafia going
And then
on
the
there.
college, and then the colleges, they don't want the NFL and the NBA to have minor leagues because they're making so much money off these football and basketball.
Well, it
games.
totally makes sense.
And
Come
then the
on.
person that loses out is the kid who's on the field playing.
I
and
went
not
to
seeing a dollar of
Syracuse
that.
University. I mean, and the infrastructure of the whole town. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not a very affluent city, but what really drives the town is the athletics in there. They are filling up that stadium all sorts of seasons.
The football team
Yeah.
for major programs make science departments be able to afford computers and all that stuff. So
Everything is a mafia.